line on the end of it and get my fishing kit out of here. I don't have bait right now. I do have some flies in here though. Might catch me something. If not, I'm gonna have to look for some worms. I need some 4-pound test here. There's plenty for this trout. I'm not gonna need all this line. I'll cut some. And I'll probably let out about 6 or 7 feet of line. I'll try this woolly bugger. I'll add some weight to this. There we go. Let's do some fishing. Food is not a #1 priority, but I don't like to go hungry. And I need some energy. I haven't eaten in a while. Shelter, I can set up that pretty quickly. Anywhere around here, really. Plenty of water around me, so I'll be good to go. No bites so far. I might have to try some live bait. We don't want the woolly bugger, apparently. See if there's anything under this log. It's kind of hit or miss with woolly buggers. Sometimes I do good with them, sometimes I don't get a single bite. Small worm there. Oh, yeah. That's what we're looking for. We're good to go now. Good juicy worms. Took the woolly bugger off and I tied a hook on. Cover up as much of that hook as I can. I'm really hoping there's some trout in here that are hungry. Like I am. Check it out. Woo. We're not going to go hungry tonight. This brook trout. I'm going to use this branch as a stringer. That's one trout so far. Oh, let's see if we can catch some more. Apparently they want worms today, so that's what we're going to give them. Throw this on the hook, try again. Casting it upstream, let it drift right into that deep. First cast with the worm, caught something. No, I'm not getting any bites. I'll try a different spot, upstream. The deep spot is kind of far out there. Might have to do some wading. I don't care if my pants get wet, just don't want my boots to fill up. Whew. A nice one. That's it. Another nice trout we're going to throw on the stringer. A fish or bite. That's what we want. Lost my worm on that one too, so we're going to have to find a new worm. The sand feels a lot better on the feet. This one will work. So that is 3 trout. That should be enough for a meal tonight. Getting kind of late, so probably find a place to set up camp. I'm going to have to dry my socks out over the fire later. We'll get these trout cleaned up. So this is a job for the utility blade. Just gonna make a handle for this real quick so I don't cut myself. Should be good enough. Cut up the middle of it and make a V cut under the gills and cut that connector piece. Open it up. Everything should pull right out of it. And we're left with the kidney. And I'll just scrape it out of it. And I'll give it a rinse. One clean trout. And we'll do the rest. Starting to drizzle a little bit again. Getting a little chilly out here. A little breezy, but it is nice. I'm not complaining. It's been real warm this spring. A little too warm some days. This is cinnamon fern. Some people confuse this with ostrich fern. You can eat ostrich fern fiddleheads early in the spring when they first start growing. And the problem is I don't find too much ostrich fern around here. A ton of cinnamon fern, wood fern, bracken fern, not too much ostrich fern. So it's pretty steep on this side, so I got to cross over to that side. Put these back on. Another newt. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Oh, there's one. I'm liking these big rocks over here. It just looks so inviting. Got this little stream right here, but over here it's really dry. So I'll set up my shelter real quick and gather some kindling and firewood. I can just make a lean-to shelter against this rock. And the ground's fairly soft because all these hemlock needles on the ground. And these fish up for now. Not very big, but it has to do. I mean, what I could do is just wrap myself in it. Or I could make a lean-to it. Not sure if it's supposed to rain much tonight or not. These do reflect your body heat back toward you pretty well, so that'll keep me a little warm tonight. But they're not insulated, so it's not going to be real warm. I'm going to use this as a tarp. This is going to be the roof of my shelter in case it does rain. So I'm going to make some grommets with this duct tape, some reinforced corners. This will be an attachment point for my line. Should be all I need. I'm going to do the same thing at the other corner. I'll do two in the middle. One here and then one here. Now we need to attach these bottom corners. I'm going to make a tie-out point on this corner. Another tie-out point here. Now I'll give you the virtual tour. Here's the sleeping area. That's about it. $250,000 or best offer. Or maybe I'll rent it out. I haven't decided yet. It's a little rough around the edges, but nothing a little sweat equity can't fix. This is a prime piece of real estate. Look at all this beauty. Waterfront property. Little babbling brook flowing through the front yard. This hemlock kindling burns really good. I'll get some of the birch bark I gathered earlier and my pine resin. I need really good tinder because a very small ferrocerium rod to use and everything is soaking wet. Now, I do have this cotton soaked with wax, but I shouldn't need that, so I'm just going to save that for when I do need it. I just need something that's going to take the spark and tiny shavings of this birch bark. There you go. Ah, almost had it. Put this chunk of resin on. We have fire. So let this flame die down a little bit and just cook them over the hot coals. Wish I had some seasoning. Getting chilly out here. The skin will protect the meat from burning. I'm pretty excited to eat. Not gonna lie. Even without any seasoning, that is good. Let's dig in, shall we? Good and smoky, a little charred on the outside. A few bones. After this, definitely going to need some water. So let's dip into our survival kit, our bag, and the iodine tablets. I cut some off so that it would fit into the tin better. Now I use a Mylar bag because in case I run out of water tablets, you can boil water in this. Fill it up and drop some hot rocks in there. Now we wait.
Bruce Olson. Got me on a face reveal.
So I
We
put
hit
some rocks on the
3,000
fire. I'm
subscribers.
gonna heat them up and I'm gonna go in my shelter with them.
Yeah, Bruce, I'll show you my face when I hit 3,000 subscribers.
And it's only going to get colder as the night goes on, so I have another one. Those rocks will retain heat for hours. I'll splash that around. Hit the sides too. Yummy.
If you're still watching this,
Not the best
give us a
tasting
like.
iodine water, but
Don't
do.
talk.
Well, it's getting late. I'm getting tired. I think I'm going to go to bed. These rocks are good and hot.
I don't remember when you talked or whatever.
Hold them into my shelter.
But this is an adult. This is an adult age. Don't bait me.
Feels warmer in there already. This is not the most comfortable bed I've ever had, but the ground's pretty soft, so it's actually not bad. Those hot rocks are keeping my back nice and toasty. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, so I do want to get that out of here. I'm a real big fan of these things. I heard something walking around out there. Not sure what it was. Morning. Got chilly. Well, it wasn't the best sleep in my night. It wasn't the best night.